In this video, I'm going to be talking about systolic murmurs. Now, systolic murmurs occur during systole. If we are to draw heart sounds in a wavelength form, what we observe is two peaks. One is called S1 and the other one is S2. S1 occurs when the tricuspid and mitral valves close. Alright, so that is the noise that when the tricuspid and mitral valves close, they make this noise and we can pick that up, and that's called S1. S2 occurs when the aortic and pulmonic valves close, and this is going to mark the beginning of diastole. So between S1 and S2 is systole. So anything between S1 and S2, if there is a murmur that occurs, we call that systolic murmur. So if there's extra noise, we can detect that, and that is going to be called a systolic murmur. Let's start off with tricuspid and mitral regurgitation. So during systole, the mitral valve and the tricuspid valve are closed, and the aortic valve and the pulmonic valve are open, and the ventricles are contracting, pushing that blood out from the pulmonary artery as well as the aorta. So the mitral and tricuspid valves should be closed. But during regurgitation, what happens is there can be a backflow of blood coming from the left ventricle or the right ventricle into the atria. And we can detect that. So there's going to be these like rumbling noises that occurs. And this is a common finding in mitral regurgitation and tricuspid regurgitation. Now let's talk about something called mitral valve prolapse. So the mitral valve has these two leaflets, and they're going to be closed shut by chordae tendineae. If there is damage to the chordae tendineae, so if these chordae tendineae are damaged, the pressure building up in the left ventricle can open one of these leaflets. And when these leaflets open, blood can backflow into the left atrium. And the moment when that leaflet opens up is called a mid-systolic click. So here's S1 and S2 again. When that leaflet opens up, there's a click noise called the mid-systolic click, which I'm going to write MC to represent that. And after that mid-systolic click, we're going to hear that rumbling noise. And this happens with mitral valve prolapse. Now let's move on to aortic stenosis. Aortic stenosis is stenosis of the aortic valve. So it is going to make harder for the left ventricle to push out blood into the aorta. So the blood is not going to be able to flow through as well. So on the wavelength form, it is going to look like this. We get this crescendo, decrescendo appearance. It is kind of like a diamond shaped, like this. And this is a hallmark sign of aortic stenosis. This crescendo decrescendo appearance on the wavelength form. Now let's talk about ventricular septal defect. Ventricular septal defect is going to occur when blood coming in from the left ventricle is going to flow into the right ventricle. And this occurs during systole, and the noise on the wavelength form that it is going to make is just like we see with mitral regurgitation and tricuspid regurgitation. So it is going to have a very similar appearance. Pulmonic stenosis is also a systolic murmur, but this is going to be different than aortic stenosis and it is very low yield, so I'm not going to bother with that